Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Last time, we made our way through the beginning section here of the Southern Swamp and we found out that Skull Kid, well, he unfortunately attacked a helpless old lady in the woods. And once we saved her, she gave us a pictograph in return and gave us a free boat cruise, leading us over to this area of the Southern Swamp filled with poison water. And also after we saved Kome, the witch in question here, we met up with some monkeys which told us they need our help to save their brother in Deku Palace. And I'm going to assume, if this monkey's right here, this must be Deku Palace. So let's go ahead and follow him into this area. Looks like I was correct. This is it. Welcome to Deku Palace. I see this area is also affected with the poison water, because that's a lot of poison. Woodfall shortcut, for use by Deku Scrubs only. Well, conveniently for you, I can be a Deku Scrub if I feel like it. This is the Royal Palace of the Deku Kingdom. This is no place for outsiders. Is it a place for a Deku Scrub, I may ask? This is the Palace of the Deku Kingdom. Only those on official business may enter. But you may enter to see the public humiliation of the foolish monkey who angered our king. Follow this hall straight to the royal chamber. Do not enter any other areas whatsoever. I'll keep that one in mind. So you said straight ahead here, correct? This must be the royal chamber. Yes, there we go. Alright, let's go inside. So this is the Deku King's chamber, huh? And you must be the Deku King. I haven't seen your face before. Are you visiting? Usually I don't allow the likes of you in my royal chamber, but today is different. We're about to punish the foolish monkey who kidnapped the Deku princess. He has insulted the royal family. I'll show him what happens when you do that. That foolish monkey is up in that cage. Take a good look at his face. You know, instead of his face, let me take a good look at yours. Thanks for the picture there, buddy. Now our beloved princess is missing, the king has been unable to keep his cool. I fear the princess may be caught up in some kind of trouble, just as that monkey claims. But in his current state, the king can't even send troops out to look for her. What are we to do? Sounds like the king kind of made up his mind. It just sounds like he's a little stubborn. They keep saying that he kidnapped her. No matter how many times they say it, it's not going to bring the princess back. If they're not careful, the princess will fall victim to a monster. Please, believe my words. Don't worry, I'll save you. I have a sword. Ah, intruder! Note to self, don't take off the Deku mask. Got it. Did you come to see the foolish monkey again? You seem to enjoy seeing him. Follow the hall straight to the royal chamber. Do not enter any other areas whatsoever. Yeah, this time I'm not listening to you, buddy. I'm going where I feel like it. You can't stop me. Okay, hi, monkey. Was my brother alright? Did you see entrance to cage? We know secret route there. Enter secret route from outer garden entrance. But entrance is tall place. No one can reach it. Need beam from beam cellar. Live beneath palace garden. Understand my meaning? Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, you're smart. Plant beam in saw place by outer garden. You'll figure out rest. Hurry. Help brother. Gotcha. Now what is this? The inner palace garden? Alright, let's go this way then. That's a lot of guards. Let's just not get caught, please. Sneak past these guys. Alright, he's turning around. Alright, we're good. Okay, maybe we're not good. This guy keeps on turning over here, too. Let's sneak around him. And we're good. Good thing the air guard's blind, because I don't know how I just walked in front of a guy staring right at me. His other guards need to go the other way. And then this final one, I'm going to just... Oh, no. I can't wait there. I would have caught... I'm just going to run around. No, I can't. Man, these guys are really causing some issues here. But, advantage not to get caught in this area you get yourself a piece of heart. But you know what? I want to get caught. Let's get out of here. That's a quick way to leave. Now, I kind of want to show something here. These guards aren't really the best guards because they're not really doing a great job at preventing you from backflipping over them. So if you somehow get above those guys and jump around them, yeah, these Deku guards kind of suck. You just walk right by. So this is the inner palace garden here on the right side. Let's go this way now. And let's be careful not to get caught here. Okay, we're good. Walk around all these guys. That's a lot of rupees. Too bad I'm full on my money amount here. I can't carry anything else. Get out of here before we're caught. And I'm just going to wait for this guard. I'll walk forward, and then I can just sneak by. And there we go. So right here is actually where we were told to go specifically, because we were told that there's a bean guy that we can find here in the courtyards to actually buy something called magic beans. Well, you're the first customer I had in a long time. Do you need any magic beans? They sprout leaves as soon as you water them. That they do. They do. I'll give you one free sample, so try planting in some soft soil. You can always buy more. So there you go, we got ourselves a magic bean. I like how it says beans because this is a singular unit, but hey, we can plant in a patch of soft soil, and hey, we don't know what could sprout up. Could be useful. You can plant them wherever you want, but if you don't water them, their leaves won't grow. So as I mentioned, that was only one bean. Not really that many. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy me 4 more. Do you like my magic beans and came back to buy more? It's 10 rupees for 1 pod. Well, convenient for you, I got 200. You can plant whatever you want, but you don't water and the leaves won't grow. Yep, I know that. So, give me 3 more beans. I love this guy. He's just so weird. He's chomping on these magic beans like they're candy. He really likes them. But if they're supposed to sprout up into something amazing, I don't think I would drink water while eating those, dude. That may cause problems. So, right here, we got ourselves an area we can plant a bean. And also, right here, we got ourselves some fresh spring water here. And we're allowed to take as much of this as we want. So, scoop it up with our bottle. And there we go. Got a bottle of spring water. Now we can pour this on whatever we need to. So now if we plant our bean here, it will go ahead and sprout up into a tiny little set of leaves. But if we pour water on it, watch Mother Nature change. We just made ourselves a floating leaf platform. With this, we can go ahead and travel whatever said distance this thing is set to go. So here, we're able to travel up to the top of the cliff and get ourselves 20 rupees. Keep on getting all this money, and I don't really have many places to spend it on. Now, I could get more spring water here, but I'm actually going to opt to not get spring water, and there's a good reason why. So, let's just go ahead and get out of here. Get caught. And there's one thing I want to mention about these guards. These guards are actually pretty interesting, because at night, you can actually see a trail of lines coming from their noses, and that'll tell you exactly where the guards are looking. So it makes just sneaking around the Deku Palace a lot easier at night when you can see their vision. So if you're having a hard time sneaking around the Deku Palace, make it nighttime. It'll make things a lot easier. Over here, as we can see, we got ourselves another big octo. If you don't want to be sucked in, keep your distance, aim from afar. So we can try to kill this guy, but, yeah, that won't work. I don't suppose you die with Deku Nuts, do you? That's a no. Well, Hail Mary! I don't think the spin worked. So yeah, we can't really kill big Octos right now, so we actually needed the boat crews to get to this area entirely. So keep that in mind. Don't try to fight a big Octo right now. Over here is the Outer Palace Garden access. So we make our way over to this section, then we can go ahead and, well, possibly find a way around, because the monkey did say there is a way to get to his friend from the outer entrance. And over here is that said area. So right here is a magic bean spot. So I'm going to go ahead, take off my mask, and I'm going to go ahead, plant the magic bean, as you can only do this as a human. But watch what happens now. The bean instantly grew. On day 2, because of the rain, you can instantly grow this bean sprout here. So that is a good thing to note. But there's another thing I want to talk about now that we're in this area and we fully explored the Deku Palace. So the Deku Palace has a few different shortcuts that are in different versions of the game. So in the Japanese version of Majora's Mask, you actually have 2 grottos that were in that version only that allowed you to jump between the 2 sides of the inner courtyards. These grottos were removed in later versions of Majora's Mask. I'm assuming because the devs didn't really think these grottos were really that useful, so these were cut after the Japanese release. So if you're playing the North American and onwards releases of this game, they're technically still in the code, but you can't access them through normal means in Majora's Mask. It is a shame that they did remove these grottos from the international releases of Majora's Mask onwards, as this was a cool idea to have, and it did make exploring Deku Palace a lot quicker, and in some ways easier too, which could be another reason why they were removed. One thing to note is that they did move the Bean Grotto from a completely different location, so you have to take these extra grottos here in the Japanese version to get to the Bean Guy, because that grotto is not located in the same place in the Japanese version as it is in every other version of Majora's Mask. Speaking of which, the Bean Guy grotto is slightly different in the 3DS version, as now this grotto is a little bit bigger because they actually need to add a separate section of it to add a shortcut to go to the outer garden section here in Deku Palace. So now you can either go all the way through Deku Palace, sneak past all the guards to get to the Bean Guy, or you can take a shortcut from the outer gardens to also get to the Bean Guy as well, making it a lot easier for you to come back and buy magic beans from this guy specifically. Now, the stuff in this room is the same, so planting a bean in here and riding it all the way up to the top of the room, you're still going to find a treasure chest with 20 rupees in it, but it is moved ever so slightly to trick you up, so instead of being on one side of the room, it's on the other side in this version, near the extra grotto entrance that they made. That's the real thing that's kind of tripping me up in this version, but for the most part, it's basically the same. So now we can go ahead and take this new entry point we see over here outside, and now we are at the point here in Deku Palace where we can use our new magic bean to plant into the soft soil spot and continue onwards here. And this is also great for whenever you are coming to this portion of Deku Palace, and it's not day 2 where it's raining and you need spring water, because you can immediately turn back around, go into the grotto that you just popped out of, go back in to get yourself some spring water to pour onto your magic bean. Because that's another thing a lot of first-time players would do. They would buy a magic bean and not come over here with enough water, so if they don't have a bottle of fresh spring water on them, but they have the magic bean coming over here, then you have to backtrack. Luckily, this new shortcut will cut down immensely on backtracking here in Deku Palace. Oh! But that's enough talk about grottos. Let's go ahead and actually ride ourselves the plant that we planted here in Deku Palace. So riding this magic plant all the way to the top here will allow us now to go ahead and sneak around the Deku Palace from the upper portion here. So we want to be very careful here not to fall down, because if we do fall down, then these guards down below will catch us and throw us back outside. But the Deku Scrubs on these pillars, on the other hand, they don't care about throwing us outside. Their main objective is to shoot us down, so we can either shoot them down with our Deku Bubbles or hit them with Deku Nuts as well, or we could also just take the stealth route and just avoid them entirely and just kind of fly past them. They don't really have the best aim in the world, so this is a very easy thing for us to do. And from this point forward, I'm just going to be avoiding fighting these Deku guards up here, because it'd just be easier to fly by them than to shoot them down with the bubbles. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and hover around this area for a split second, being very careful not to be shot. Landing onto this flower petal here, and I actually have to wait around here a little bit, because this platform here with our last Deku Flower, it can move upwards as well, which is going to get us into the Deku Palace. So I have to wait for this platform to be in range to fly to. One thing to note about these moving platforms is that in the 3DS version, they're not moving until you set foot onto these platforms themselves, which makes things a lot easier because now there's not a set of cycles that you have to worry about. So there is that to note. It's not really that big of a difference, but it is something I wanted to go ahead and point out regardless. There we go, we made it through that section, and now we're back in the Deku King's chamber, this time where the monkey's located. But if we take off our Deku mask, as you can see here, we're not getting caught. These guys don't even know we're here, which is great, 'cause then we can talk to the monkey here in private. Oh, you! How did you get here? Shh! If they see you, they'll capture you. What? My brothers asked for your help? I'm terribly sorry. Just try to cut my rope. We'll talk after that. Alright, let's go ahead and try to calm down. No good after all. Wait, you don't happen to have something that can make a lot of noise, like a loud instrument with sound that carries a long way? If you have one, show it to me. Well, I do have myself an ocarina. Will this work? That tiny thing will never do. Its sound won't carry far enough. Don't you have something else? Well, I guess if you don't like an ocarina, how about some bagpipes? Oh, you have them! You do! Just like the princess. Deku pipes. Those will work great. By the way, who are you? Whoa! That's not important now. Just listen to me. I was trying to find out about the poison in the swamp, so I went to Woodfall Temple above the waterfall. But the temple had become a monster's lair, and the princess was captured by the monster. Since the Deku King thinks I kidnapped the princess, he won't listen to a word I say. Now the princess is in trouble, so I must somehow hurry to the temple and save her. Do you understand my plight? I getcha, buddy. So then, that means you will go in my place and save the princess? Sure thing. Okay, now I'll teach you the melody that opens the temple. The princess taught it to me. We can't let them hear us, so I'll sing it softly. Open your ears and listen hard. We have now learned the Sonata of Awakening. You learn the Sonata of Awakening. This melody awakes those who have fallen into a deep sleep. Everyone, did you hear that? This melody, which only the Deku royal family knows. It proves the fool's monkey deceived the princess so he can enter the temple. Everyone, let the monkey's punishment commence. You better take the shortcut the Deku people use to get to the Woodfall Temple. But you must hurry. If you don't, I'll be punished by the Deku King. Well, that's not good to hear. So our shortcut in question is over here in this area. But we did take a picture of the Deku King, and I want to take that back to the tourist shop. So let's go. Alright, here we are back at the tourist information booth. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you a really special picture, buddy. Oh, the king! You're amazing! If you're not a Deku scrub, you're not allowed to enter Deku Palace. But somehow you took this picture. This is a great shot. This is as rare as they come. I'm giving you a big prize. So we got ourselves a piece of heart for winning the pictograph contest. Nice. I'm looking forward to your next picture. Well, you say you're looking forward to the picture, but I don't think you really are looking forward to this one, because there is another picture that will work for getting you the piece of heart. So, for this pictograph contest, there's only one rule that we need to worry about, and that is if we take a picture outside the Southern Swamp, it will not count towards the contest. In order for us to win the piece of heart here in this contest, we need to take pictures only in the Southern Swamp. But luckily for us here, Tingle is a part of the swamp. So we can take a picture of him, and now we can take this back to the tourist booth here in the Southern Swamp and see what our friend behind the counter thinks of this one. I definitely want to know what he thinks of a man in his 30s dressing up like a fairy is going to think. He said he was looking forward to our next picture. I think after he sees this one, he may regret saying that to us. Take a look at this photograph, buddy. What? That's my son! Yeah. Is he still doing that sort of thing? How humiliating. This guy, he's my son. As old as he is, he's still doing some pretty silly stuff. I guess I spoiled him too much when I was raising him, but he really is a kind-hearted boy. Well, thank you for going through that trouble. This is just a small token of my gratitude. So, taking a picture of either the Deku King or Tingle here in the Southern Swamp will give you a piece of heart. But could you tell my son something for me? Could you please ask him not to go outside in that outfit anymore? No promises, because I'm not even sure if he's going to listen to me on that one, dude. He seems to kind of have his mind made up. But now that we have won ourselves the pictograph contest and we made our way through the Deku Palace, I'm going to go ahead and end things here. Next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we'll start making our way towards our first dungeon of the game, Woodfall Temple. I'll see you guys next time.